They tried to erase you. They tried to break you. They tried to make you doubt yourself. But here you are, standing, breathing, stronger than you were yesterday, stronger than anyone expected. Every doubt thrown at you, every insult whispered behind your back, every obstacle that seemed impossible. You survived it. You didn't just survive, you grew. You transformed pain into power, struggle into strategy, and every setback became a lesson that no one else could teach you. You are proof that nothing in this world can erase the fire that burns within someone who refuses to quit. When they saw you fall, they thought it was over. When they whispered that you were nothing, that you were small, that you didn't belong, they underestimated the depth of your resilience. Resilience is not about being unbreakable. It's about bending without snapping, about learning, adapting, and coming back stronger every single time. And that is exactly what you did. Every scar you carry, every sleepless night, every moment of doubt is now a badge of honor, a symbol of your unwavering strength. Life will always throw storms at you. People will always try to put limits on your dreams. But here's the truth. The world fears the person who keeps moving forward when everything tries to stop them. They fear someone who refuses to be defined by their failures. They fear the one who refuses to remain silent when they are told they cannot speak. And now, after every attempt to hold you down, they can feel the change. They can see it in your eyes. You are no longer the person they thought they could control. You are a force they cannot contain. You have learned the harshest lessons, lessons that money cannot buy, lessons that comfort cannot teach. You have learned that success is not instant, that strength is not loud, that confidence is built quietly in the darkest moments when no one is watching. And now, because of every challenge that tried to erase you, you stand taller. Every failure became a step, every disappointment became a tool, and every betrayal became a lesson in knowing who truly belongs in your life and who doesn't. Sometimes, the world will try to define your worth for you. Sometimes, people will project their own fears onto you and expect you to carry them like a burden. But you've discovered the truth. Your worth is not dictated by anyone else's opinion. It is dictated by your actions, your discipline, and your commitment to yourself. Every time you wake up and push through another difficult day, every time you silence the doubts that scream in your head, you are proving to yourself and to the world that no one has the power to erase your essence unless you allow it. And here's the secret they will never tell you. Growth doesn't happen in comfort. It doesn't happen when life is easy or when everything goes as planned. Growth happens in the moments that feel impossible, in the nights that feel endless, in the days that feel heavy. Growth happens when you face the fire and refuse to run, when you stare at fear and refuse to blink. You have come back harder, not because someone gave you a reason, but because you found your own, and that reason is enough to fuel a life that they could never imagine. To everyone watching this, understand this. The struggles you face today are the weapons you will wield tomorrow. The betrayals you endure today are the shields you will carry forward. The loneliness you feel now is the strength you will teach to the world. No one else can do it for you. No one else can fight your battles for you. You must be your own warrior, your own protector, your own source of inspiration. Because at the end of the day, if you don't fight for yourself, no one else will. Friends, if this message reaches you in a moment of doubt, know this. Your story is still being written. The chapters of your past do not define the pages of your future. Every step forward, every choice to keep going, is a statement to the universe that you will not be erased. You have been tested, yes. You have been underestimated, yes. But every time the world thought it had the final say, You proved it wrong. You proved that your level, your strength, your vision is beyond what anyone else could ever imagine. And now, your enemies, your doubters, even your own past self, cannot handle your level anymore. If this speech hits home, if it stirs something in your soul, make sure you hit that subscribe button, because together we are building a community of people who refuse to be erased, who refuse to settle, and who refuse to stop growing. Drop a comment below and share what pushed you back when the world tried to erase you, because your story matters and your fight can inspire someone else to rise. Believe me, the energy you put out in sharing your struggle becomes the light someone else needs in their darkest moment. Education, in its truest sense, is not just about school or books. It is about learning from life itself, about recognizing that every struggle, every failure, every person who doubted you is giving you a curriculum of real-world wisdom. The world will never hand you an instruction manual for surviving betrayal, hardship, or rejection. You must create your own guide. Learn patience, learn discipline, learn how to turn fear into motivation. Learn how to listen to your instincts when everyone else tells you to quit. These are lessons no classroom can teach, and the moment you embrace them, no one can erase your power again. Many people will tell you to forgive, to let go, to forget. And yes, forgiveness is a strength, but forgetting is a trap. Never forget where you came from, who tried to hold you back, and what you overcame. Memory is a weapon when used wisely. Memory reminds you that you are capable, that you survived, and that you are unstoppable. Keep your mind sharp, your focus clear, and never let anyone make you forget your own potential. Because the second you forget what you've endured, you give your enemies the smallest chance to shake your foundation. This is not a call to anger. This is not a call to revenge. This is a call to rise, to claim the life that you were always meant to live, to reach the level of yourself that no one else can touch. Every step you take forward, every dream you chase, every fear you conquer, is proof that you are untouchable in the truest sense. You have learned how to turn every attempt to erase you into fuel for your own evolution, and that is a power that will never fade, a strength that will only grow, and a legacy that will never die. Your enemies, your doubters, your past struggles, they are nothing compared to the force you have become. They cannot handle your level anymore because you didn't just survive the darkness. You studied it, understood it, and made it your ally. You are walking proof that the human spirit is not meant to be contained. You are evidence that resilience is not a word in a dictionary. It is a way of life, a fire that burns when everything else is cold. The world may try to write you off, but you are the author of your own story, and your pen is unstoppable. So, to anyone watching, remember this: every time someone tries to erase you, smile. Smile because you are still here. Smile because every attempt to break you has only sharpened your mind, strengthened your heart, and focused your spirit. Smile because they cannot see the person you've become, the strength you've earned, and the destiny you are marching toward. And when you rise, rise fully. Rise loudly, in action, if not in words. Rise in a way that leaves no doubt in anyone's mind that you are unshakable, unstoppable, and undeniably yours. If this speech moves you, if it resonates in your heart and soul, do not hesitate to share it with someone who needs to hear it today. Hit like, subscribe, and comment below. Let's create a wave of people who refuse to be erased, who refuse to settle for less, and who know that their fire cannot be extinguished. Your engagement matters because it spreads strength, it spreads hope, and it spreads the message that no one has the right to diminish someone who refuses to quit. Finally, remember this: life will never be easy, the road will never be straight, and people will always try to define your limits. But you who refuse to be erased, have learned the one rule that changes everything. Your level, your strength, and your future are yours alone to command. You came back stronger, wiser, sharper, and more relentless than ever. And the world, your enemies, your past, and even your own doubts cannot handle your level anymore. Every morning you wake up, think of this. You survived what others couldn't. You learned what others ignored. You fought when others slept. And now, the horizon is yours. Nothing can erase you because you carry your own fire. Keep it alive, nurture it, sharpen it, and never, ever let anyone convince you that you are less than you truly are. You tried to be erased, but you came back harder, smarter, and more unstoppable than ever. And that is the ultimate truth. Every time someone tried to erase you, they were really just revealing their own fear. They were revealing how little they could handle the kind of strength you carry. People fear what they cannot understand. They fear what they cannot control. They fear the fire of someone who has stared at their own darkness and refused to blink. And now, after everything, you are that fire. You are the storm they cannot predict, the force they cannot contain, and the power they cannot measure. Every step you take forward is a reminder to them that no amount of doubt, rejection, or discouragement can stop someone who refuses to quit. Pain has been your teacher. Rejection has been your mentor. Betrayal has been your guide. And through all of it, you've learned lessons that no classroom could ever teach. You've learned that patience is more powerful than rage, that perseverance outlasts talent, and that discipline beats motivation every single time. You've learned that success is quiet in its preparation and loud only in its arrival. Every day you chose to rise, even when it felt pointless, even when it felt like the world had turned its back. You were secretly building a foundation that no one else could shake. And now, that foundation is unbreakable. The people who tried to erase you will never understand the journey it took to get here. They will never see the nights you spent questioning yourself, the mornings you woke up determined to do it all over again, or the moments when giving up felt easier, but you didn't. They only see the result. They only see the person who came back harder, stronger, smarter, more resilient. And that is the power of your story, the transformation that no one can take away from you. The world will try to measure you by its standards, but you have learned that your level is defined by your consistency, your mindset, and your refusal to settle. There will always be moments when the past tries to whisper in your ear, telling you that you are not enough. In those moments, remember this: the person who tried to erase you underestimated the depth of your will. They underestimated your capacity to grow, to evolve, and to rise. And the person in the mirror today is proof that their judgment does not matter. Their words do not define you. Their disbelief cannot shake the foundation you've built, because you have learned something far more valuable than approval. You have learned self-reliance, resilience, and the courage to become unstoppable. Life is not about avoiding challenges. Life is about facing them, learning from them, and becoming stronger because of them. Every obstacle is a test. Every difficulty is a lesson. And every failure is an opportunity to rise again. You have faced challenges that seemed insurmountable, yet here you are, stronger, wiser, and unshakable. And that is the truth that no one can erase. Your growth is real, your level is unmatched, and your spirit is unbreakable. Some of the most powerful lessons you will ever learn come from being underestimated. When people think you cannot do something, it gives you the chance to surprise even yourself. When people doubt your abilities, It gives you the opportunity to rise above the noise and prove that strength is not always loud. Sometimes strength is quiet, relentless, and invisible, until the moment it cannot be ignored. And that moment is your reality now. Every attempt to erase you has only made you more capable, more intelligent, and more prepared for the next stage of your journey. Friends, education is not just about absorbing information. True education comes from understanding yourself and the world around you. It comes from learning how to handle adversity, how to turn challenges into opportunities, and how to maintain focus when everyone else has given up. The mistakes you make, the people who doubt you, the hardships that feel impossible, they are not signs of failure. They are lessons, and if you pay attention, they will teach you strategies for growth that no school can offer. Learn patience, learn discipline, learn empathy, learn how to read the world without letting it control you. These are the skills that make your level untouchable. When they tried to erase you, they didn't know that resilience is something that cannot be taken from anyone. It is built quietly, piece by piece, moment by moment, through choices that are often invisible to the world. Every time you pushed forward instead of giving up, every time you kept working when no one was watching, every time you learned from failure instead of hiding from it, you were forging a version of yourself that no one can ever erase. You came back stronger, harder, and smarter because you chose to face the fire rather than running from it. And that choice changes everything. Now, your enemies, your doubters, your past disappointments, they are powerless. Not because you seek revenge, not because you want to prove them wrong, but because you have surpassed the level they thought you could ever reach. And that is the true victory. The power of transformation is not in defeating others. It is in defeating the versions of yourself that wanted to give up, that wanted to quit, that wanted to believe you were less than you are. Every battle you've won inside yourself is stronger than any battle the world could ever throw at you. If this message is reaching your heart right now, do not just listen, act. Take the lessons from your struggles and convert them into strategy, focus, and discipline. Every day is an opportunity to rise higher, to refine your vision, and to prove to yourself that nothing, absolutely nothing, can erase you. Hit that like button, subscribe to this channel, and leave a comment telling us what you overcame when the world tried to erase you. Sharing your story isn't just cathartic, it empowers someone else to rise, to fight, and to believe in their own strength. Together we build a community that cannot be shaken. Remember, your level is not a gift. It is earned. It is forged in the fires of adversity, sharpened by every failure, and tested by every doubt. You are not at this level because the world gave it to you. You are at this level because you refuse to quit, because you refuse to let failure define you, because you refuse to let the past hold you back. And that is why no one, no circumstance, and no person can ever erase the person you've become. You are unstoppable because your power comes from your choices, your discipline, and your relentless spirit. Every day, take a moment to honor your journey. Look back at where you started, all the pain you endured, all the people who doubted you, and every obstacle you overcame. Realize that the person you are now is not the person who was erased. You are stronger, wiser, more capable, and more unshakable. And the world, your enemies, and even your own fears cannot keep up with the level you have reached. That is your reality, and it is untouchable. The truth is, life will always test you. Life will always challenge you, and people will always try to define your worth. But you who refuse to be erased, have learned the ultimate secret. Your strength is yours alone. Your level is untouchable, and your fire cannot be extinguished. Every step you take forward, every lesson you learn, every obstacle you overcome, they are proof that no one can erase the essence of who you are. You have survived, you have grown, and now you are untouchable in every sense of the word. You've learned that life isn't fair. The people who are supposed to support you may falter, the circumstances may break your plans, and the world may seem like it is against you. But in that unfairness lies your opportunity. You cannot control the storm, but you can control how you respond to it. You cannot choose what others think of you, but you can choose how much power you give their opinions. You cannot erase the past, but you can decide what it teaches you. And in the moments when the world feels heavy, remember that the person who refuses to be erased is the person who thrives in chaos, the person who turns setbacks into stepping stones, the person who sees darkness and decides to light a fire inside themselves. Every day, the choices you make define the distance between who you are and who you could be, choosing to rise when it's easier to quit, choosing to learn when it's easier to ignore, choosing to build when it's easier to give up. Every single decision, no matter how small, compounds over time. And the person who refuses to be erased understands this deeply. They do not wait for opportunities to appear. They create them. They do not rely on luck. They rely on discipline. They do not let failure stop them. They let it guide them. And in that relentless pursuit, they become unstoppable. It is tempting to look around and compare yourself to others, to measure your progress by the success of someone else. But the person who refuses to be erased understands that comparison is a trap. Your journey is yours alone. Your struggles, your lessons, your victories are unique. What you went through cannot be replicated, and neither can the strength you've gained from it. Do not let the noise of other people's achievements distract you from your own growth. Every step you take in silence, every effort made when no one is watching, every small victory over your own doubts, that is what builds unshakable power. Let the doubters watch. Let the people who try to erase you whisper and shake their heads. Their disbelief is irrelevant. What matters is the fire inside of you, the commitment to your own vision, and the refusal to give anyone else the power to define your worth. The more they doubt, the more fuel you gain. The more they push against you, the stronger you become. Strength does not grow in comfort. It grows in resistance, in challenge, in the moments when giving up feels easiest. And that is why you came back harder than ever. You learned to use their doubt as leverage. You transformed resistance into momentum. You transformed negativity into discipline. Every battle you fought, every attempt to erase you, has been a lesson in strategy. Life is not about avoiding conflict. It's about mastering yourself, so that when conflict comes, you are unshakable. Learn to observe, learn to adapt, and learn to anticipate. People who underestimate you are teaching you how to become untouchable. Pain is teaching you patience. Struggle is teaching you resilience. Rejection is teaching you discernment. And every time you apply these lessons, you step closer to a version of yourself that no one can touch. To the audience listening right now, take this seriously. Discipline is the bridge between who you are and who you want to become.